The reason why it's called the Death's Door Passageway is sometime in the 1600s, the Indians that were on Door County Peninsula and the Indians on Washington Island were from different tribes, and they were having a war. So what they did is they decided to attack each other's villages on exactly the same day and at the same time. Well, Lake Michigan has the wildest weather I've ever seen, and it comes up from nowhere.
Yep.
And they had a big storm, swamped all 300 canoes, all of them drowned. So when the French came in 1710, they talked to the Indians and heard this story and said, we're going to call this Death's Door Passage. One, because to honor the Indians, but two, because they were trying to name things scary places so that the English didn't come up into the upper Midwest. The passageway has not gotten any easier to navigate through since then. We've had 44 recorded shipwrecks between here and here. Let me be more precise, they ran aground, okay? Notice the blue here indicates depth, and the light blue is shallow. So the shoals where you can run aground are really close. The Death's Door Passage is only 1.25 miles. At its narrowest point is only 1.25 miles. Its depth is only 15 feet at its shallowest point. But the problem is you have Lake Green Bay here that is real warm because it's shallow. And then you have deep Lake Michigan here that's real cold. So you have huge currents that go between the islands. Not only do you have currents, but you also got to deal with the wind. And when you end up with them at loggerheads, if you're lucky, you run aground. And that's what happened here. In the Door County Peninsula alone, 274 shipwrecks since we started recording around 1800. The Great Lakes total was over 2,000 shipwrecks if you add all 5 lakes together.
Who knows how many Indians drowned for years and years. Wow.
Very definitely.
Oh.
Once again, remember in the 1800s, and that 274 number is primarily sailing ships. Notice the blue here along the peninsula. So the shoals stick out really far into the water. And the way most of them sailed was by looking at the land. They didn't have charts, they didn't have compasses probably. They were just sailing by the seat of their pants. You run into the shoal, your history. Plus, the other big problem is as I alluded to earlier, both Michigan and Superior have the wildest weather I have ever seen. I'm a retired submariner. I've been in all the oceans in the world except for the Antarctic. I have never seen storms like you have on this lake. And I've never seen them come up faster. We're talking 90, 100 mile an hour winds. We're talking waves up to 50 feet. And then it snows in the wintertime. So it's a tough place to sail. It really, really was.
They're better than they used to be, but boy, some of them were tight, huh?
The early ones were. All the stuff you're going to see in the museum.
Oh, sure.
You can pet her if you want.
What's her name?
Wavy Gravy.
Hi there, sweetheart. Oh, look at you. Look at you.